Okay, hi planner friends. I'm here to decorate a little bit in my Wonderland 222, which I call this my scripting book. And I did a video earlier and I got it upside down and then I got it wrong. And I just kind of went over how like I fill in the boxes. This is my adulting log. This is like my cleaning of the week, the different things that I get done, the different things I don't get done, but anyway, no judgment here. And then these are like things that cleaning my oven, cleaning my refrigerator out, different things that don't happen weekly but should happen often. Sometimes it's, just getting my dogs groomed. I need to remember the last time that I took, my tires in, that kind of thing, so I can go in. I just switched out all of my toothbrush heads and my toothbrushes in my gym bag. So those are the types of things I'll put in here. Flushing out water heater, that is on this side. This side is my cleaning, and I'll go through. Today I've got to finish up the bathroom, and my husband is here, so he helped with some of the stuff. And we got our garage cleaned out, you guys. I mean, I've been on him, and he does not like to come home and do a whole lot, but, and I shouldn't say that, but he doesn't want to come home and work the whole time, and I can't say I blame him. So we worked together, and we were able to go to the beach together because of it. And yesterday afternoon, I have recently switched into this from an A5 6-ring into this classic planner, and this has been my first month in it, in the month of August. And I was trying some different things out, and this is actually the recording that I did that I didn't do. Well, I did it upside down anyway. And I was tracking some of the stuff that I typically would track in my, let's just please call this, for the sake of this, since I have so many, in my scripting journal. But I started doing it over there, and I'm going to come back to doing this over here. This is my place of being mindful in my life that is outside of keeping score and schedule like I do over there. So you'll see that this is a place where I track all that, coming back to this. And then one of the things about this planner is that we have most of the week here in August, but these weekly plans end right here. And now we're in the review for the month of July, and then over here to goal planning for the month of August. So when I'm getting ready to set up my week, I like to have everything in here. And so I showed that to you. I had to actually do it in here without any decorations, completely not the way I love it, so that I could get these into my real calendar, my classic calendar. And by doing that, I decided I wanted to go ahead, since I didn't get a video for you guys at all, and I wanted to decorate this because I like my stuff decorated. I like things to be pretty when I'm looking at them, and yeah, this is not going to work for me this week, although I do have the week set up to write in. So this is how I do it, guys. I put my to-do list over here, and then I disperse it throughout the week, and I try to plan my week intentionally. So here's the week coming up, and this, I'm gonna miss this this ocean beach theme because I've been using it throughout. But because that's done, and the only sticker set that I do have in hand came from the Graceful Muse, and so yeah, we're going to be using this to set up my month of August. Ooh, August sounds so like, so so late in the year, to tell you the truth. It just feels like it's really late in the year. Don't really want to do it because I feel like we still have a full week of July, and I want to embrace it because all the kids are going back to school and all of that is happening. But let's decorate. Let's get some decorations going. So what I usually like to do with my things is just kind of frame it out a little bit with whatever the theme is going to be. And I think I spoke about this on my unboxing. We get a whole lot of flowers, and the other person that I'm getting my subscription with, which is Pretty Pink Co., does a whole lot of stickers of flowers too. And I like themes more. I'm more of a theme kind of person. So I might have to switch one of these out. And that is so funny because the reason that I canceled my sterling ink was because I was getting too many themes, but they were redundant for me. So this is going to be a weird one to map out here because look at all of these empty spaces. So maybe this week will be like a really good month to go ahead and have lots of flowers since I've got so much space. Yeah. So let's give it a whirl. Let's see what we would look like. I like to take these off, and I appreciate the companies that give us these clear backgrounds because it allows us to be able to move stuff around and see how will this look. So I've got these, and I think I showed this to you before. These are actually not one big cluster. They divide down the middle, so I guess they're kind of more like a washi strip or a page liner type of thing. My technology for the words of stickers is not always right. I don't know the big. So see how beautiful these are? I love these. Okay. But I also want to keep them for my planning pages too. So I might have to get a bigger box of, if I decide to stay with her, and I probably will, of her stickers. Because I don't see how this is going to decorate and fill in all my calendar weeks and my my dates. But here we go. Let's just give it a whirl. I don't know. No, I don't like that. I don't want that there. I want something bigger. So I'm going to, look at me wanting to hoard these because I like them so much. Just use them, Kalani. Just put them down. Okay, I was trying to keep these because I want to use them somewhere else because I like them, but I also like them here. And I did that wrong, huh? Because this is supposed to come up. Can I pull this up at all? Am I committed to this after all of that thinking, overthinking? You know, when you overthink, sometimes it's not good. Go with your first instinct, right? Remember they used to teach us that with testing in school when you would get the multiple choice and they would try to trick you. Isn't that mean? Like, you're studying and then they give you two answers that are pretty much right, but one is just not perfectly right. And so I think that that's mean because why try to trick someone? You know, like I found as an adult that I love history. Like I love history. I love learning the stories and about like our country and just about, you know, just so many things, right? But when I was in school, I couldn't stand history. And it was because we would have to learn a date or somebody's name. And in doing that, we ended up like missing the whole point of the story. Like, the whole point of the story was to teach us something, you know. And August up here, and I have those right here. Or do I want a chapter 8? So what planning subscriptions do you guys use for your stickers? I just have been trying to figure this out. I feel like, you know, I was with Sadie Stickers for a little while, and then I got moved over to, oh, I like that. And then I did, but that'll cut off my 3 there. Maybe I put it down here. Nope. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, that I was with Sadie Stickers. I was with the Rosy Life Planner. I really kind of liked that planner, and it was definitely not short on short on supplies. Some of it was a little bit too cutesy for me with all the bears and bows and stuff, but that did not bother me. I thought that she thought these things out big time. She put a lot of, like, you know, thought into these, and I thought the stickers were absolutely stunning. But it just became too expensive. You know, I cannot justify spending that kind of money on a sticker. You know what I mean? It's like, these are stickers, and they make my life happy. They definitely make my life happy. Journaling is something that I absolutely love, and I love spending time in, but I just can't justify spending $100 on stickers a month when people in the world are hungry. You know, it's just silly to me. So, yeah, I should have done this before I got on here, but we're good. We've got stuff to work with now. Okay, so I'm one of the people that, like, I cover this up because I don't care about July. That's gone. And I like to have it. Now, she does this. She uses so many scooters and cameras in the thing. And I don't ride scooters because I'm not in Europe, but she is. So maybe. And since I'm not, I don't know. I want this. Kind of like that. But then it's meant for over on this side. So I really kind of like the girl sitting at the coffee shop, but I'm probably going to want to use, and typewriters. She uses a lot of typewriters. I do not, and that'll cut off my 31st. So I'm going to have to find something smaller for down here. Something dainty, right? Something, I don't know. I'm not getting a lot of options here. These ones are massive. Yeah, you guys, the more that I'm looking at this collection, the more I'm thinking it's not going to work out for me, because I have 2 big O ones and then just a few pages of these, and then a bunch of flowers, and I don't want to look at a bunch of flowers all the time. These are going to, yeah, I'm going to have to find another place, which is a bummer because I absolutely love her vellums that come in with the, so I'm going to stick that there, and then I'll find something to cover this July up. I love the vellums that come in with our subscription for the month, and to kind of frame it out. But since I've got so many, sorry, so many of the flowers, I'm going to go ahead and just start using them up here. So yeah, what was I saying? The Rosy Life Planner. Loved the Rosy Life Planner, but just way too much money. So not going to do that. So who do you guys use? Who is your go-to This used to be my office, and then I switched it. And, oh, that's gonna work out okay right here. Yeah. Almost. Oh. Will that drive me crazy? Probably, but no one will know, so. Yeah, that looks all right. Now I just have to get the month somewhere in here. Who do you use? Who are your favorite subscription? That's dainty though. See, I'm trying to not cover up this 3. So, I want something that has variety, and I found that like some of the places that I really liked are, let's see, that's gonna cover up the 3. And I'll know it's a 3, but I don't know. I don't want to cover it up. This calendar right here is mostly for my astrology. I mostly document like different patterns in there. So this isn't super heavy planning as far as this area. It's more in these areas. So let's get over here. Let's say hello to our August, right? I don't know. August is my youngest son's birthday. He's going to be turning 24, and my mama's birthday. They both are my little Leos, my little lovers, my little lions. And it is one beautiful time of year around here where I live. I live in Santa Cruz, California, and we call it our Indian summer. It is when you know, the fogs kind of settle down. Let's see how this goes. Let's do this. Am I doing this wrong, people? Well, I don't know. I gotta use my edges. It's when our fog from the heat inland kind of settles down, and we call it our Indian summer because it gets really quite lovely here, and everyone goes away. They go back to school, and so we can have the beaches without all the tourism, because I'm in California. So like if you don't want to fly somewhere but you want to get away for a nice little vacation, that's where I live. Yeah, you would want to come here for that. It's really, we're very lucky where we live. And not to get into weird political stuff, but honestly, if I did not live here, I probably would not live in California anymore. It's just gotten a little too crazy for me here with our taxes, and I think there's just a lot of fraud too. And when we pay such high taxes, I think when you find out that they're ripping you off to, you know, pocket their own things, it gets a little bit hard. So, but I'm not going anywhere. We've owned our home here. I mean, we still pay a mortgage, but we own our home here. So I feel like if I were to move away, I'd want to come back. There is my Hello August that I want to use. And I'm sorry, the light is coming in. This is typically not my office that I use, but I wanted to get my video equipment. Oh, I put August there. I already put the August there, so never mind. Okay, back to what I was doing. So what was I saying? Yeah, we still owe our mortgage and stuff here, but we own a home, and I feel like if I move away and then I regret it, I'll never be able to kind of come back, just because it's gotten so expensive here, you know, that. And I've heard this stories a lot, you know. I'm in real estate, and I hear the stories. I just am not that talented. Okay, so I'm going to go with pink for self-care, nude for workout, and brown for work. Let's just do that. Yeah, so how do you guys color code? This is something new for me. I just want to see a variety of lifestyle colors on my planner to make sure that I'm living a balanced life. Very important to me that it's not all just work and frozen like that. I just talked to the chat GPT about this. What's going on with the camera freezing up? You know, I did get one of those DJI things, and I thought I would use that for this, but when I started using it, there's not a lot of mounts that you can use to get the right angle. And this is a sign off that we've got going on here. And this is my facial. The spa that I go to is actually, it's called Kalani Day Spa, and they do the Aloha thing too, so it's kind of neat. Okay. And then I've got a Burke Williams massage on Wednesday. And I've got my acupuncture and massage. And probably a facial too. At 2:30 tomorrow. And then I've got a doctor's appointment, and I guess we'll put the doctor's appointment under self-love. I kind of think it's more like work, but disconnect. I don't know how you guys do this. These content planners, they deserve so much. Maybe if I just sat in front of the camera. I actually saw a lady do that, and I thought, she can't figure it out either. But she was unboxing something, just sitting there like, kind of like show and tell. Remember show and tell in school? This is what I got in my box, and would hold it up. I thought it was hilarious. I thought, I know why she's doing that. This whole video of above your head type of thing is like insanity. And then making sure your phone doesn't turn off, and that you got it the right way, and that your audio is connected. It's just so much. Really, I'm impressed with the people that do this. If anyone has any advice, I would love it, because I struggle with this, and I've had a couple brain surgeries, so things don't come that easy for me either. So what's this? Social. Oh yeah. This is a social media clinic. You guys into social media? Like, up until a couple months ago, I didn't even know how to use Instagram. But apparently I'm supposed to know how to do that for my work, which I thought, that's crazy, because I've been doing this for a few decades, and I didn't ever think that social media was part of my career. I thought that, like, I was supposed to be helping people with dreams and, you know, planning out, like, the best paths for their families. And instead, I'm being told, like, oh, no, you gotta do YouTubes and, you know, videos. And I think it's so funny, because I think that it can make people who don't really do not really know what they're doing in this career become popular because of videos that they make. And then it becomes more of a popularity contest. This is meetings. Yeah, more of a popularity contest rather than a someone who, you know, and I worry about that. I honestly do. The only reason I say that is because I think what we do is so important, that we know exactly what we're doing with people's financial investments. And this is not really meant to be about like who can, you know, open up doors, just any door. You want to make sure that you actually are opening up the right doors for people, guiding them on the right paths. And so anyway, this is a tester. I've got this done and we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys so much for watching, all right?